I've waited a long time to be able to do this review, and I put off reading the book When Violence is the Answer by Tim Larkin, but I'm glad that I finally got out there and read the book, and I'm really excited to share with you my insight and review regarding my experience with this book. Stick around. When Violence is the Answer, learning how to do what it takes when your life is at stake is an amazing read by Tim Larkin. When I do a book review, I don't give away the contents that are in the book because I want you to have that same first time wow experience that I got a chance to have. I'm currently subscribed to Tim's channel here on YouTube. It's called Protect. It's spelled differently, obviously, as you see on the screen. And I have often gleaned from his view on things in the self-protection arena. If I had to sum up this book, I would have to sum it up in 3 words, and that is the reality of violence. Now that covers a lot of things. I would consider Tim's book and content at large an even deeper dive into the things that I talk about. I talk about a lot of the same content here on my channel, but I cut it up oftentimes in little bite-sized pieces for just about anybody to understand. But Tim's content and approach and the way he covers these things is an even deeper dive into many of the things that I cover. He's obviously got much more experience. He's been doing this a lot longer, and I was able to read this book and take away a lot of things that I never even thought about. I will give you one of the top quotes from the book.
99 times out of 100, the answer will not be violence. It will be avoidance or de-escalation. But that one time when violence is the answer, make no mistake, it will be the only answer.
That quote comes right out of the first chapter, and I must say it does a great job of covering the entire spectrum of the book from a 10,000-foot view. But there's so much more. There is countless quotes in this book. It's so good that I bought the audiobook to listen to at the gym, on the treadmill, while I'm lifting weights. I've got the ebook so that I can highlight things and copy and paste things, but I also went out and ordered the hardcover copy of it. It's that good. You want to have it everywhere that you have access to reading or listening. One of the things that I really like that is pointed out frequently in this book is the difference between martial arts and violence. A lot of times we think that martial arts in some form or another is the answer to violence out here in this world, but it's just not that clear-cut. A lot of times, combative instructors like Tim Larkin and several others, a lot of times they may even have the tendency to downplay martial arts just because of the vast difference between martial arts and violence of action in real time. I happen to believe that a good martial arts base is good to have, but you got to go one step further to understand violence and what violence of action looks like. This book talks deeply about when violence is the answer and what that violence looks like, but it also talks about when violence is not the answer. I'm just going to say this boldly. If you're looking for a resource to help you properly think about the world of combative training, situational awareness, self-defense or self-protection, whatever you like to say, and violence of action, if you're looking for a foundational library to help you understand the most important facets of the world of self-protection and awareness, I would order this book right away. This initial review is not the only time that I'm going to be talking about this book. You're probably going to be hearing references from this book throughout my content. Another thing that's really great about this read is it will make people do an assessment regarding their training. There's some training that goes on in the self-protection world that doesn't really prepare people physically and mentally for the pace and violent nature of real-world attacks. And this book will really get you thinking about your training and your mindset toward these things. It will give you that mental base that you need. This book not only talks about how powerful the weapon of the mind is, it goes into great detail to explain what that looks like in a real fight. In the book, you also get some combat self-protection instruction. It's not just the theory, it is some actual instruction. And it's just a very comprehensive library to help anyone gain a great understanding of this topic as a whole, and it gives you a great sense of wisdom. You rethink a lot of things when you read this book. Even if you've trained in some sort of martial art your whole life, you still, to some degree, have to go back to the drawing board on a lot of things mentally. I'm not going to ramble on, folks. You can buy the book and read it just like I did. But if you want to gain a solid sense of reality about these things, if you want to know how to prepare your mind, if you want to know how you should go about training, how you should carry yourself, how you should understand people and violence, this is a great place to start, and I could not recommend this book more. Signing off, my friends. Do you have this book? Have you read it? What are your favorite takeaways? Take care.